in the breathing heavy. Little had my looking daddy. Couldn't tell him nothing cause we lost him already. Cozy boy with his spaghetti. With the money and fame, the price come heavy. The price come.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Atlanta Falcons. This fielded at the 2. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Get up! 21! Get out!
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Let's go! 21!
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll take this one down near the 15. They don't want to waste this outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. Hard throw, incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they did come out of it with points. In a sense, they could look at it positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Throwing on first is Wentz. And this one hauled in by Will Tye. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. He got 29 yards that time. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Run, run. Single. 54 spot. That's it. Down the man inside, down the man.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Robert Alford. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Falcons offense, Charles, heading back out there, coming off a 10-6 season, made the playoffs again. But coming off the previous season when they blew that Super Bowl to the Patriots, I think a lot of folks were expecting more in 2017. So now turn the page. What can we expect this year?
They want to return to explosiveness on offense. I mean, that's what they've got to get to. You mentioned 2016. They rolled up points like crazy. Absolutely obliterated people on the offensive side of the ball. They want to get back to that. Get Julio Jones, get him sprung free again. But they drafted Calvin Ridley out of Alabama to help with that. All right, they can run the football, obviously, with Devontae Freeman. On the defensive side, the mantra is speed, speed, speed. And they want to get Vic Beasley back, chasing the quarterback, where he led the league in sacks 2 seasons ago.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. They go play action here on first down. He sets to fire deep. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And it's 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. On 3rd down, Ryan. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. 27 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense heading out. You know, last year at this time, Charles, we said this was a franchise that's kind of been in neutral for a while. They're not neutral anymore. Defending Super Bowl champs. What do you think, favorites again?
I think so, because this team has few holes, if any. Look, your quarterback, Carson Wentz, gets hurt before the season's over. His backup, Nick Foles, wins Super Bowl MVP. Wentz probably would have won the regular season if he'd finished out the year. Offensive line, one of the best in the game. Passing game keeps getting better. Multiple runners who can run it and catch it. Flip it over to defense. Tremendous defensive front. They can just swarm and get after you. Great coordinator, very creative. The big thing for them, they'll have to take everyone's best shot week in and week out during the season.
On first down, Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there at 22. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Great 15. Great 15. Go, go. Go, go. Shorty. That's it. What's up? I got it.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. On play action, Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. Carson Wentz, that's his first touchdown pass since December 10th of last year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Hey, let's go. Right.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, you got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in his first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw on third down, Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Let's go. Sit. Black. 81.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he's got it complete to Darren Sproles. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gardner. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Trey 15.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go. Great.
Here's Ajayi. Ajayi, first down and more. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay Ajayi, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you got to circle a guy around, and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball, and when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say, where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also, they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Coleman. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Well, they had the box stacked. That run was going nowhere from the start.
And when you say stacked, you really mean it, don't you? Because when you're talking about a 46 defense, commonly known as the Bear defense, you're covering up the guys inside, and you're allowing other people to get in there close to the line of scrimmage, usually an 8-man front. That's difficult to block for an offense. On that play, the defense won in a big way. No gain at all.
On third down, Devontae Freeman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On second down, Ryan. Got a man. It's the first NFL catch for Calvin Ridley. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Coleman now. Oh, spinning away. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are in for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And it's now 17-14. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And out now come the Eagles. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing now is Wentz. He's going to look. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for Philly. 43 yards from Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Darren Sproles, 32 yards. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter two, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us, because when we were in the production meetings, we asked a few of the players about, hey, what if things get a little rocky early? They all said the exact same thing. We're prepared, so we're confident things will work out. And so far, they've started to do so.
Those three words we hear a lot: stay the course. They begin the drive with Coleman. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan, and he will find Ridley on the left side. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Coleman. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
11, let's go.
So the false start will back them up 5. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. To throw on 2nd down. Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
12. Hey, express. 11. On.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Jones has it. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with a J. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Jonathan Hankins in on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Let's go, Greg.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Screen pass to Sproles. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. After the interception, here's Ryan. Wide open receiver, complete. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He made his first attempt, this from 45. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They will run again with Coleman. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Get up! Hey, guys. 12. Here we go.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He's airing it out for Sanu. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now. Ryan gets it off to Freeman. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end driving out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Hey, let's go. Hey, wait. Let's go.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And the ball moved up here now to 2nd and 7 following the penalty. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And very little there. He might have have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On third down, Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
Let's go. 21.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really last target.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still not. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are in for 6. Dan Quinn's told his offense, let's try and get 2 more.
Gun.
Here's Ryan to throw. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher for guys trying to get to the football.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
82, 82.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
On third and long, it's Wentz. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up first and 10. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now Ryan on second down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The Falcons on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is third and 11. Now it's Ryan. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Come on. Hey, stand.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On second down, Freeman. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Falcons on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And they still need 6 yards here on third down after the penalty.
22.
On third down, it's Coleman. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Run.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball,
and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Going for the deep ball. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Now Ryan on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now it's Ryan. To the right side here, the tight end Thomas. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way down to the 26. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 52 yards. On first down, Wentz. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Back to the air on second down. Wentz. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. As his guys are in for 6. And the Eagles are back within a score. Elliott on for the extra point. Elliott good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here now come the Falcons. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Let's go. Hey, wait. Here we go.
This is Coleman. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
22.
And they'll go on the ground. And an alley to run. Touchdown, Falcons. Tevin Coleman, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Wentz now on first down. He's going to let it fly. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. It's his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down. Throwing is Wentz. Goes to the right side here, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He hits his running back, Jay Ajayi. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On the line.
They go play action here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's 3rd and short.
On the line.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. To throw is Wentz. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Wentz got to have this one. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory.
Let's go.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Well, my friend,